Self-estrangement as method. During the PhD candidature, I joined a research group, Intelligence Debiased, comprising 17 artists and curators and run by the art gallery Exposed Arts. Its aim was to probe intelligence outside of its common association with human intelligence, the brain, reasoning, or doing well on IQ tests. The researchers I worked with were interested in plant, machine, microbial, body, ecological, market, atmospheric, as well as human intelligence. My own approach to the theme was to focus on character intelligence, exploring a way of viewing character as autonomous from the human, the fictional protagonist, or any other agent, and speculating on the kind of intelligence, if any, such an adaptive viral entity could have. Recognizing that group members presented a diverse array of entry points into the subject, drawing on a series of very different disciplines and modes of practice, we devised a strategy called the Methodologies Exchange, and this exercise turned out to be particularly relevant to my research because it involved members of the group taking turns to temporarily inhabit each other's methodologies, as if to play act each other as researchers. This process echoed my own practice of inhabiting an alternative character and temporarily experiencing the world through their perspective. At each meeting, one researcher would present their methodology, which could include an artistic strategy, a way of experimenting, or a way of reading. And between meetings, each group member tried to adopt that methodology to consider the theme of intelligence through the newly acquired lens. Our efforts were documented and discussed, compared and contrasted in the subsequent meetings. The methodology that I shared with other researchers was self-estrangement as a performance approach, recorded as a video in 2 parts. The videos serve both as an introduction to the self-estranging performance practice employed in this thesis and as a tutorial enabling the method to be reproduced by others. In part 1, I provide step-by-step instructions on how to induce self-estrangement and subsequently inhabit the space of performance opened up by it. In part 2, I demonstrate the process myself. For a detailed report of the outcomes of this exchange, you can see the first of 4 experimental reports associated with this thesis, linked below, responses to the self-estrangement methodology exchange. While providing a concrete demonstration of my process, this video insertion also helps to draw attention to the role of the active body throughout the thesis, which can be expressive of character in more obvious ways than text. Writing is not disembodied, although it can sometimes appear to be. Nor is the character adopted at the time of writing somehow neutral or transcendent to the particularities of its adopted patterns of behavior, which could just as easily have been forgone in favor of another writer character, complete with other patterns of behavior. The person that the body allegedly stands in for is continually searching for a character, an attitude, a manner with which to enter the space of thinking in writing. Through the tutorial videos, we can see the body of the person who authored this thesis, waving her hands about and delivering thoughts in a particular way, where perhaps different thoughts and different ways of delivering them could have been selected. The videos serve as a reminder to view horizontally as opposed to vertically and hierarchically what will later become increasingly central in the writing, the different characters that authored the thesis and the difference they each contributed. So what I've just read here is an introduction to 2 video insertions that are about to follow in this text, and I'm asking the reader to go and watch this video. And I'm kind of pointing out that it's also good for the reader to be reminded of the hardware, the body, the person behind the writing, and how they are more obviously seen to be adopting a character in these videos. But obviously, you who are following along to this video version of my thesis have been seeing this all along. I have been in the bottom left corner doing the thing that I'm describing in this bit here. So you've already kind of had a sense of that. So this was more intended, this section here, for those people who would be reading this purely as a piece of text on a PDF file. And I was encouraging them to then stop reading and go and watch these 2 videos as a continuation of this text. So as I said before, here's part 1, self-estrangement as method. And then the second video that comes next is me demonstrating what I just explained. So I go into character in this video spontaneously. So I'll let you go and watch those.